I've recently seen a lot of posts on Twitter where people are ditching their third-party notes apps and going over to the regular Apple Notes on their Mac. And it got me thinking about how I take notes. Now, I never went to college or university, so I don't take notes in that specific way, because I think they take notes in a special way. I don't do it. I basically take notes for things that I want to remember, and then archive it, and then I can search for it. But a lot of people want specific ways of searching their notes and categorizing them and stuff like that. So they use a third-party app. And the reason they use third-party app is because productivity guys, girls, whatever, productivity people tell them this is what they should use. And what they've found is after like 2 or 3 months of using those apps, they get fed up and then default back to the Apple Notes app, because the Apple Notes app is actually a really powerful app. And the reason why it's so powerful is because it's so simple. And a lot of people shy away from simplicity because it's like, well, it can't do everything I want it to do. Well, what do you need a Notes app to do? You don't need all of these bells and whistles, because again, there's droves of people going back to, the basic Notes app, which is a blank sheet of paper with a lot of features within, but you've got to kind of search for them. So I don't understand why people will make things more complicated than they need to. A lot of people use the Notes app. If you think about it, back in the early days without computers, and I've said this before in my own business back then, I was using Rolodexes. There weren't anything else. It was pen, paper, Rolodexes, and that's it, notepads. And that's basically all we had. We didn't have computers. So if we didn't have computers back then, you don't necessarily need a computer now, but computers are there to help us. But you don't need to complicate your work on the computer. People who use these third-party specialist apps are usually either productivity gurus selling you courses or whatever, techies who obviously do work and do like using them, but because they're techies, they kind of understand it a little bit more, and it's kind of a fun thing to do because, it's something new. But people who are actually working, who are actually out there grinding, working 9 to 5 or whatever it is, actually working, doing work, are using the simplest apps possible. And one of them is Apple Notes. The other one is, Apple Mail. I use Hey for my email, but Apple Mail is so powerful, it's probably the best one to use. I use Hey Email because of the Hey World thing, but that's a different topic. But yeah, going back to the Apple Notes thing, if you need a note-taking app, just use the Notes app, because you don't need to overcomplicate it with all these shiny things that they're telling you to use. Again, it's marketing. We all fall for it. I've fallen for it. I've fallen prey to it. It's crap. So just use the basic apps that you have. What app do you use at the moment? It'd be interesting to know what app you use. Just put it down below or send me an email. Anyway, enjoy your day. I'm going to go and walk Woof. Hey, Woof. I'll see you next time. Ciao.